So how's it, man? I'm so delighted that you've joined me on this vlog. I really have a kind of a pressing thing I want to share with you today. I've been thinking a lot about the uncertainty of our world, this kind of new reality that we find ourselves in. Earlier in the course of this week, I wrote a blog and I entitled the blog, "Uncertainty is the New Certainty." If you want to read the blog, it's going to be in the description below, and it's on my website. A few years ago, we did a series in our church called Fully Brew. And it was a series about vision cast, about going into the new year and embracing new things. And we wanted to do a video bumper before the sermon. And our creative team said we must go to the Moses Mabida stadium. And there's a thing called the Big Rush, this massive swing off this arch that goes over the stadium. And I love adventures. And I've surfed in kind of fairly big surf in the past. And I love adventure motorbiking, and I've ridden some quite technical roads in my time, and so I'm not afraid of doing new things. But there's the kind of two things I've never wanted to do. I've never wanted to go under the water, and I've never wanted to do bungee jump or jump off one of these big swings or things like. I don't know why. I was terrified. And why was I fearful? Because I was uncertain whether this thing was going to break. Anyway, here's the bumper of my jump. So take a look at it and tell me what you think. So what do you think? Do you see the terror in my face? Listen, that wasn't for the cameras. That was because I was absolutely terrified. In fact, after the event, for weeks later, in my forearms, they were stiff because I held onto that rope as if it was the last thing on earth. I was thinking about that as a metaphor for what it means for us to go through uncertainty. What are we holding on to? What are we connected to in times of uncertainty? The Bible teaches us that which we can't see is more real than what we can see. Things like love and hope and faith. We can't see that stuff, but yet it has the ability to anchor us, to hold us to something. And as I was thinking about this, I remembered the scripture in Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 19. And it says this: "This hope is a strong and trustworthy anchor for our souls. It leads us through the curtain into God's inner sanctuary." You see, the thing that I believe that keeps us sane, that keeps us alive, keeps us moving during times of uncertainty is this thing of hope. As I said in the last vlog, hope is the fuel of faith. And as we kind of hold on to our hope, and that feeds our faith, we have the ability to navigate, to go through this uncertainty. As we kind of figure our way and navigate our way through uncertainty, through fear, through a changing world. As much as this stuff is real and there are new realities all the time, we can find a way. We need to kind of attach ourselves and hold on to hope. And hope is the anchor. It kind of connects us to that swivel at the top of that swing, so that when you're free falling, eventually the hope takes up the slack. And it provides us the means by which we can put our faith in Jesus, because Jesus has promised that He'll be with us. He never promised that everything will be cool, that everything will be fine. He never promised us that we'll never have hardship. Well, He has promised us that we'll be able to make our way through the hardship. We'll be able to make our way through the difficulties, through the uncertainties, through the new realities. And then we'll be able to find Him in the midst of all of that. As you face things that you may be fearful about, that you would allow yourself to kind of grip onto that thought of hope in what God can do, hope in what Jesus has done, hope in the fact that we'll go beyond our human limitations and our human fears and our human attachments, and we'll connect ourselves to this unseen reality that God is present, that God is with us, and that He will help us and He'll bring us through. So I hope that you would be prepared just to open your heart to that reality, so that you'll be able to navigate your way and you won't be consumed and paralyzed by the fear and the insecurity of what's going on in our world. So be strong, put your faith in God, cling to the hope that is in Jesus Christ. Hey, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear if this has meant something to you. Feel free to comment below and subscribe to this channel. So God bless you and thanks.